Jakob Kiwior's summer has turned into a tense, high-stakes chapter that captures the merciless arithmetic of modern football. He arrived at Arsenal with clear promise and the ability to play across the back line. And when the club called on him last season, he stepped in and started the final dozen fixtures, showing composure, athleticism and a ball-playing temperament that briefly accelerated his stock. But football moves quickly. New arrivals and a shifting tactical approach have nudged squad priorities, and suddenly a player who felt like an essential option now finds himself balancing between patience and a career-defining choice. Reports from multiple outlets in recent weeks have linked Portugal's Porto and Italy's AC Milan with concrete interest. And that outside attention has turned Kiwior from a background name into a negotiation pivot. Porto's interest looks like a classic pathway. Immediate playing time. Domestic and European minutes, and a club culture that develops defenders and then sells them on to the next level. It's a place where form can be rebuilt and reputations relaunched. Milan's monitoring suggests a different, riskier reward. The prestige of Serie A and the chance to prove oneself under intense tactical scrutiny and in fixtures that matter. For a 25-year-old defender, those are two very different bets. One promises minutes and visibility. The other promises spotlight and career acceleration if he can seize a starting role. From Arsenal's perspective, the calculation has been commercial and sporting at once. Coverage indicates the Gunners rebuffed a loan-to-buy proposal around €27 million earlier in the window, preferring permanence or a higher valuation rather than a two-stage structure that leaves too many questions unanswered. That financial posture is mirrored by selection choices on the pitch. Being omitted from the matchday squad for the season opener intensified talk that Arsenal are willing to move players on if the right offer materialises. Those two facts together, the rejected proposal and the exclusion from the squad, have changed the tempo. What had been a quiet summer for some squad players became a negotiation with real leverage. Arsenal can wait for bids that satisfy their valuation, or they can decide the best route is to accept a pragmatic offer that funds other targets. Whichever route they take, the club's wider transfer choreography, who stays, who goes, who becomes expendable, will be shaped by the decision on Kiwior. For the player, the decision is immediate and practical. Play regularly and rebuild, or fight for minutes in a club that already has established options. Porto would likely provide an environment geared toward giving him the starts and European exposure that sustain a player's rhythm. Milan would be a step up in brand and pressure, but come with harder competition for a guaranteed place. The timing is crucial because the transfer market is not static. Buyer urgency. Injury stories and a narrowing window all change valuations fast. A sale would free Arsenal funds and perhaps trigger other exits, simplifying a squad the manager needs to sharpen for the season ahead. Keeping him would preserve depth but might curtail his development if minutes are scarce. Ultimately, this is a modern transfer story about minutes, market value and momentum. As the window ticks down, Kiwior's next club will reveal as much about his ambitions as it will about the clubs who pursued him. Whether they see him as a short-term fix, a long-term building block, or a calculated gamble. For Arsenal fans, the immediate question is simple. Keep defensive cover or convert an asset into clarity and cash. But for Kiwior, it is existential. The move he makes in the coming days could relaunch his career or leave him fighting for the same minutes he risked losing at the Emirates.